Hello Aquarius, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I am so happy that you have joined me here for your weekly reading for December 1st to the 7th. So first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy here with me today. Now, before we get into your reading, I think it's very important to mention the full moon in Gemini on December 4th. This illuminates conversations, communications, maybe some ideas, choices that you may be feeling that you are having to make. This is a very powerful time to certainly speak your truth, clear the air, and certainly stay open to new perspectives while letting go of any old stories or patterns that no longer match who you are becoming. We are no longer in Mercury retrograde, so this is a great time to speak your truth. All right, Aquarius, we're going to start with your angel number. We're going to reveal this number and message at the end of the reading. We'll see what Spirit wants to share with you. There we go. And now we're going to get your angel message that the angels want to share with you, Aquarius, before we get into the heart of your reading. So just important messages from your angels. This is for Aquarius. We've got 1 and 2. Yeah, there we go. 2 important messages. The first one, number 6, it says, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Very true. All right, so be the real you. Number 27, you need to regain your focus. Trivial matters are distracting you from your goals. Archangel Metatron and I are here to help you stay grounded. So very important, I think you are regaining your focus. That's a very important part of all of our paths at some point. Especially with Mercury gone direct now, it's going to be a lot easier to regain your focus. And maybe it is about prioritizing the things in your life at the same time. Always honor who you truly are. Speak your truth when you feel it's necessary. And I really, truly believe that what that's going to do is it's going to help you regain your focus on your goals. So you're setting those goals and you're able to achieve things because, again, you're prioritizing things in your life. Which is extremely important, especially if there's a lot happening. Sometimes there's a lot of moving parts. So, and it makes total sense that sometimes we can lose our focus that way. Now we're going to get your main energy. I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards out of a traditional tarot deck, and we're going to find out what Spirit would like to share as your main energy this week. This is for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, you got the sun shining on you. Perfect. That's what we want to see. This is very much about confidence, poise, victory, success, achievement. Following the path of the sun brings happiness and joy. It brings healing. It brings growth. It brings expansion. Like the sun can do no wrong. All right. So this is absolutely beautiful energy. And it certainly is a very important part, obviously, Aquarius, of your path this week. Number 19, the sun. Follow that path. I feel like there's a lot of things to celebrate this week. There's a lot of happiness and joy around you. I think even just by regaining your focus, it's the sun that is really helping you able to do that and to prioritize the things in your life. You're doing with a sense of joy. You're actually able to come back to your own sense of happiness. It's easier to be the real you when the sun is shining as well. All right, something is certainly shining down on you this week. Let's look at your cards here. Fork in the road, I think number 13, fork in the road. I think you may have felt at some point that you maybe needed a new direction. All right, maybe, and if it wants to come out again, it will. But that fork in the road, we all reach that at some point in our life where we realize we're kind of at a standstill and now we have to make a choice. Are we going to go left or are we going to go right? And I feel like that could be where you've been. But because remember, this says trivial life matters are distracting you from your goals. But Archangel Metatron and Archangel Michael are there to help you stay grounded. Right? So that's perfect. We're no longer at a fork in the road. Now you're at serendipity. Perfect. You've got some surprises coming. I think this is why there's a lot of happiness surrounding you this week as well, Aquarius. All right, number 24, time for a nap. We'll get into that in just a moment. Number 18, serendipity. It really is about feeling like you are floating with happiness, all right? Floating up into the air here. Almost feels like this beautiful good luck, of a kite of good luck. Feeling a sense of freedom, almost like being able to take a deep breath and feeling like, you know, you no longer feel all those trivial matters anymore. You're able to really, again, regain your focus. You're able to really concentrate on the things that are most important in your life. You're following the path of the sun, and I think because of that and the positive energy that you're putting out there is bringing some serendipitous moments. So there could be some chance meetings. There could be some surprises that take you it almost takes your breath away. So, I mean, this is beautiful, positive energy really coming in for you right in the beginning of this reading. Time for a nap. I think this has a lot to do with being able to get rest, self-care, looking after yourself, taking care of yourself. Get back to who the real you is by allowing yourself and permission, giving yourself permission to take time out for you. It rebuilds your strength. It rebuilds your confidence. It helps you stay aligned. It helps you stay positive. It helps you, again, really focus on the things that matter in your life. And I think that you're going to see there's going to be some surprise things coming in this week. Maybe something that is quite miraculous for you. Let's get your tarot cards. So I do 3 rows, beginning, middle, end of week, but however it resonates for you. We'll get 2 cards for each row, and then we will clarify. So let's start with the first 2. All right. All right, you've got the 7 of Swords and you've got the 9 of Coins. All right, I feel like you're coming up with a new strategy on doing things. The 7 of Swords can be seen in different ways. Sometimes it can feel like maybe somebody's kept secrets or deceived you in some way, or they're trying to get away with something. But I'm really seeing more with especially the sun illuminating both of these cards, and we've got the sun as your major energy. I feel like you are yourself coming up with a better plan or strategy because you're regaining your focus. You know, you're starting to set new goals for yourself, and you're starting to figure out what that plan is. And I think it's something that you may not have really divulged to anybody at this time. I think maybe you yourself have decided, you know what, I think I need to keep certain elements of, maybe it's a new venture, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new job role, but I need to keep something just to myself until it plays itself out. And there's certainly nothing wrong with that. I feel that has something to do with your finances. So I think you could be working on a new plan, a new strategy for your finances, for wealth building, for bringing that abundance into your life. Let's get the clarifier for the 7 of Swords here. All right, you are definitely changing your direction with money. And in fact, I think you're really focusing on your goals where finances are concerned. I think you are developing a new plan, and I also feel like you're also developing a better relationship with your money as well. The 5 of Coins can feel like you've been left out in the cold, feeling those financial pinches here and there. There are blessings that are coming in because the stained glass window behind these 5 of Pentacles is shining bright. I think that I really truly believe that you are working on a new financial strategy. And the Knight of Swords is a message coming in that brings clarity. So if you've been feeling a little bit, you know, like you haven't been able to focus on it because you haven't had the information, I feel like the Knight of Swords is delivering some sort of information about finances. And I think that you are redoing a whole new budget or a whole new shift. Let's look at the 9 of Coins here. And then you've got the World card. How beautiful. Number 21. See, this is success. Whatever it is you're planning, it's really showing that you are closing a chapter of your life because you're ready to fulfill and build something new. I think you're almost stepping a little out of your comfort zone, Aquarius, and I think that you are learning new skills. I think you're learning new, unique skills on how to plan for a stronger, more abundant future. The world is about really, again, things coming full circle with a great deal of success and achievement. So it works hand in hand with number 19, the Sun. I feel like this could be a very, very good financial opportunity for you to build something very strong. Let's get the next 2 cards here. This is for Aquarius. Thank you. Now you got the King of Swords. We got the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Well, you got lots of messages coming through this week. Now, the King of Swords with the Knight of Wands. Knights are messengers, all right? They can be, they can be people in your life as well, but I really truly feel like these are messages that are coming through. You're getting, with the Knight of Swords, you're getting tactful, useful, direct communication, and with the Knight of Wands, adventure, ready to step foot in a new adventure. Now, a lot of us don't feel like we can do that until we have some clarity, but you're getting a lot of cards with clarity here because you're able to regain your focus. The King of Swords could represent you, no gender with the cards, kings or leaders. You're taking control of your situation, and you yourself are the seeker of knowledge. You are gaining your information. And then with the Knight of Wands, I feel like this could be messages coming through. I feel like there could be a planning of a trip, maybe somewhere warm, some sort of move. So the move doesn't always have to be physical moves. They can be emotional moves as well. So there could be something shifting. The Knight of Wands shows an adventurous side. It's almost like ready, like the Fool energy, almost like you're ready to wrap something up and you're ready to move on to the next chapter. Let's look at the King of Swords. King of Swords, contracts. There could be some negotiations with some sort of a contract as well. That could have something to do with the wise planning that you're doing because you're trying to shift your finances in a way. The Five of Wands can show that there could be some competition. You could also be welcoming the competition because you are the King of Swords. So you have the answers, and I think the answers really help resolve whatever that conflict, if that's a conflict that you've been feeling. Now, interesting enough, I went and used the same deck there. I feel like, okay, so what Spirit is saying here is the King of Swords, there could be a little bit of tug of war with some sort of information. You can't move until you resolve whatever this is. Let's get the clarifier for those two cards now. All right, King of Swords, Five of Wands. Oh my goodness. All right. Sorry about that. That one went flying. You have the Four, the Emperor, Aries energy. This is, this could be, again, it could be a contract. It's certainly very much leveling up, leadership roles, it could also you having a tug of war with somebody, meaning maybe somebody's pulling on your heartstrings a little bit here. I don't feel like it's bad. I just feel like it's, it's just a little bit of a hiccup. The King of Swords could be you. The Emperor could be somebody Aries in your life, and there could be just a little bit of maybe you're just having a little bit of a conversation. All right. and it could be a conversation that, you I feel like are really in a very much a leadership position here. Now, for some of you, it could be a contract where you are going for a leadership position and there could be some competition as well. But I feel with the Knight of Wands here, there's some sort of passionate move here. You're on the move. Let's just keep going. See what's happening here. Now you got the Queen of Coins, lots of people around you. This is very much a lot of people entering your life. The Queen of Coins, she's very practical. So I think that you're taking a practical approach to a new adventure. You're planning things wisely with your resources. You're being very resourceful. I really feel like you could be going for a job that elevates your position. Like you could actually be leveling up in your career or going for a managerial position. I feel like your finances are definitely shifting, and I feel like they're shifting for the better. I think you're going to have more resources to work with. Let's get the next two cards here. You're taking your power back as well. So if there has been any conflicts at all, you are actually in a very powerful position to take that power back. Let's get the last two cards here. We've got the Three of Swords and the Chariot. You're charging forward after something that didn't work out the way you hoped. The Three of Swords, we see, it's kind of gray, right? It's not a happy card in any ways, but it is about healing, figuring out ways to communicate so that you can pull the swords out of the heart here, and then that helps heal. There is a healing energy certainly around this card because we have the Sun. So I feel like your heart is healing in some way. And I really believe that there's something that kind of takes you by surprise this week. and kind of shifts things for you. With having the Chariot underneath the having number 7, the Chariot, underneath 3 of Swords, I feel like you're charging forward with determination. You're not letting this heartbreak get to you. Heartbreak can be over everything in life, all little things. I feel like that why there's been a little bit of a tug of war here, and I feel like you're taking your power back. You're charging ahead. You're moving forward with confidence. The sun is illuminated behind the decisions and choices that you're making. The Chariot is about victory. And I feel like you are healing something there. Let's see. It could be a contract that you're healing as well. Letting it go. Moving on. Let's see. 3 of Swords for Aquarius, please. Page of Swords. There's certainly message, insight. The Page of Swords can be, again, messengers. It's youthful, young energy. So it could be something that, a message that came in, some clarity that you received, information that you received that it's now time to figure out how to release those swords from your heart as well. When we get clarity, it helps us heal. If we don't have the clarity, those swords will stay in your heart forever. But the Page of Swords wants to get a resolution. So there is some sort of insight or messages coming because the Chariot, it allows you to charge forward. So let's look at the Chariot here. And you've got the Knight of Cups. So yeah, the Knight of Cups charging forward with a new proposal, maybe something that's more aligned with what you truly want, what your heart truly wants. You've got a lot of messages coming through this week. So this is going to be a very social week for you too. I feel like there's a lot of people surrounding you this week. I think that the overall energy of the sun is helping to deliver healing as well. I think that there is a lot of messages and a lot of clarity coming through. And the Knight of Cups can be love for sure, charging forward. All right, moving on, feeling victory. But it can be also a message about something that you truly love as well. And really feeling passionate and determined to find victory here. So again, watch for lots of messages coming through because I think there's going to be a lot. And it could be why the serendipity is there, because these messages could be bringing a lot of insightful information your way. All right, let's look at your angel messages now that all the cards are laid here on the table. Anything special you'd like to just reiterate with Aquarius here now that we've got all the cards? Spirit, there we go. We got one, it fell on the floor. I will grab that one. There it is. All right, sorry about that. I might have shook the camera, sorry. Let's start with this one, the one that fell on the floor. It says, bet on yourself and take chances. Reach your dreams because you've got this. Yeah, you do have this. It is time to reach your dreams. And I feel like you're doing that because the Chariot and the Knight of Cups can be reaching your emotional dreams. The things that are linked more emotional, that are more emotionally linked with what it is you truly want. But it's time to take a little bit of a chance. Time to maybe step a little out of your comfort zone, like the World card. We've got the World wrapping things up, you know, feeling success and achievement. But then the Fool is in the middle, meaning it's time to take a little bit of a chance. And then it says, take responsibility for your choices. This is your life to live, so own it. All right? You've got choices. You've made choices. You are where you are today because of choices that you've made. But, you know, taking ownership, taking accountability, all of that pushes you into that sun energy because it really does help you feel empowered. And that's what that Emperor is about, feeling empowered. You're taking charge. You're taking responsibility. You know, you are ready to move into the next phase of some project. You're letting go of the things that have hurt you in the past through positive communications. Something is coming through that's helping you find your own victory, and you're following more of what your heart truly wants, and that's that serendipity. All right, let's look at your numbers here and see if there's anything that is repeated in any way. I'm not really finding much repetition. I'm feeling like it's more about what this card is going to say here. So, and you got act on your idea. You need to bet on yourself and take chances. Reach your dreams because you've got this. Act on your idea. 0220. Realistic and practical approach. That is that Queen of Coins. It is that Nine of Coins. You are taking a realistic and practical approach to your goals. Divine timing, ambition, cooperation, and discipline. It says you have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should never act on your You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what you plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. You see, you're ascending, you're moving up, you're charging forward. You've got the determination. You've got the sun that is showing you that way forward as well. Time to act on your idea. Aquarius, thank you so very much for joining me for your weekly reading. I hope that it resonates. Please let me know by liking, sharing, subscribing. Please leave comments. I truly appreciate you being here. And until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.